All right, guys, welcome back to the channel, CCW Fox. I'm Lee, and I'm here with my friend Rob here at Mafia Motorsports. Today is like the middle progress video of an update video we did earlier. If you go check that out, you can see the beginning, how it looked, and now we're gonna go like how it looks now. It's been about, what, a good month and a half? So he got a lot done in a month and a half, but he's gonna go over all the details to show you this crazy twin turbo build he did. This is his personal build, but there's also a reflection in the shop, so you know it came out really good. So guys, stick around for the whole video. Give me a like and subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. And check out my friend at Mafia Motorsports on Instagram to see all his work and check out everything he's done. But guys, stay around to the whole review of the video and let's check it out. All right, so tell us what you've done to the motor so far, because it looks like you got a lot of work that's done this car already.
Yeah, so like I had gone over in the very first video, a lot of the motor fabrication stuff, the turbo kit and all that, was already completed. You know, it was one of those things where the car was already running with this setup. I hadn't done any real refinement or anything on it yet, but I had already had it together, and I took it all apart just because I was going to take the car to get painted. I didn't want this just sitting in there while it was gone getting painted. So I essentially pulled everything out and stuff. So getting the motor back in and all that stuff was pretty simple. Only difference this time around is I am running a K-member that doesn't have motor mounts. I ended up converting the car over to a motor plate and a mid plate. So now I did that, tied everything into the tubular front end and stuff. And then that was pretty much the only real big fabrication change that I had to make in the engine bay and stuff. So once I got that in, I was able to get the transmission in. I did end up building my own transmission cross member, just because now this floor on this car is no longer like a factory style foxbody floor. It's a full tubular floor. So I had to make some stuff for the trans to mount properly and all that, but all that's done and everything. Only real big things that I'm lacking now on the car is I am converting the car over from, it was initially on a Holley EFI. I'm converting over to a company called Max ECU. Just want to try something different. You know, everybody out there right now is doing Holley, Haltech, Fuel Tech. I saw Max ECU and it kind of intrigued me. Down the road, I do plan on putting an 8HP in this car out of like a Hellcat. And it's just a real nice transmission. They shift real quick and stuff. So until then, obviously the car's a stick car, but I'm setting it up for the future so I can go that route and all that. So, but yeah, this basically is where I'm at with the motor setup. It's all pretty much complete. Motor, trans, drive shaft, whole drive line's pretty much in now. I did modify the rear suspension already, and I put the new radial setup in the back for the radial suspension. So it has real long travel rear coilovers for anti-squat and all that. I ended up having to move everything up a lot. But yeah, that's essentially where I'm at right now. Did a lot of interior work and stuff. You'll see as we pan around and all that. But,
yeah. Can you tell us a little bit of details about the engine? What do you have in it right now? Software, like what turbos, what size the engine is?
Yeah, so this is a older RDI aluminum block. It's an 8.2 deck based motor. It's a 365 cubic inches. It has Yates C3 heads on it. I believe it's a 690 lift cam. It's a solid roller. This cam that we have in the motor, I've done a lot of R&D with Mission Auto Parts, and it's a cam that we've put into a lot of the cars that we have, especially 363 based motors, 347 big bores pretty much, and we have no issues driving them around. You know, I've driven the older motor that was in this car with the same similar setup with that cam to Houston, to Dallas, you know, with no issues and all that. So that's the reason that cam's in this motor. Makes real good power. It likes the turbos and stuff. So, and then as far as turbos, I'm running a set of 67, 73 forced inductions turbos. Definitely excited to try to give these a try. Before the car was on a big single 88 millimeter, and it was fast. It moved out real well, but it did have a little bit of lag. So this time around, I'm looking forward to trying out the twin turbo side and seeing how it spools up and how the car feels now compared to before.
What kind of horsepower do you well, what are you aiming for, or what are you projecting?
I mean, with the setup, with the fuel system I have and stuff, there's a lot. As much as the car looks like a full race car, I drive it everywhere. You know, I street drive it a lot. In the streets, I'll probably leave it around 700-800 horsepower. But at the track, I do want to push it this time around. I want to see just how far deep into the 8s, possible 7s I can go with the stick shift. So, I mean, I'm going to push it until something happens. So the motor is well capable of 2,000 horsepower. So if that's what I need to make, that's what I'm going to push it to. So.
And these are these brackets here for the coils. So you're doing, I guess, what do you call that when it's each coil per cylinder?
Individual coil unplug. Yeah, I actually ordered these valve covers. They're just Cleveland valve covers that were just blanks. I ended up fabricating them to have mounts for the coils. And then I also made it to where it has breathers on both sides, and then I put a real big, nice 3-inch top on it so that I can fill it with oil and check everything and stuff like that. So
Now I'm not a huge race car guy, so what are the benefits of having like different coils for each cylinder?
Primarily it's just better for spark wise. You know, you're going from on a conventional small block Ford. You know, you're gonna have one coil that's firing off eight cylinders. This one, there's a lot more individual control. There's also individual control on the on per cylinder per timing. So now this car is going to be set up with individual EGT, so I can see the temperatures on the cylinders. I'll be able to see if one's running hotter, one's running colder. You know, if one's running colder, I can obviously pull a little fuel out of it, or I can add a little bit of timing to that one. There's just a lot of stuff that you can play with having individual coils on there and all that. And not only that, when you go with the setup, you have to go with a cam sync and a crank trigger, and it's just a very far superior timing system for these cars. You know, they're a lot more accurate than just going with the regular TFI setup or this individual coil.
Now the big question is, are you going to put AC?
Yes, the car is.
Oh, you actually are?
Yeah, no, 100%. The car.
I was joking.
Yeah, no. The car's actually going to get an electric AC system that I've already purchased. So that'll be mounted out in the back, and the vents and everything will be mounted in the back, and I'll just have routing for them to come up to the front and all that. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of drag and drive cars do it and stuff. And like I said, if you're in San Antonio, y'all know that as much as this thing looks like a race car, I drive it everywhere. I cruise it on the weekends. I take it to work. It's still a street car to me. I've had it for 13 years now, and nothing's changing there. You know, it'll make a lot of power, but I'm just going to drive it as much. So,
Guys, the whole turbo kit, he did himself. He made everything himself. So, guys, come check out Mafia Motorsports if you need a turbo kit in South Texas, or honestly anywhere in Texas. They'll come do it. But guys, let's check out his interior because, man, he has a pretty crazy interior in my opinion. All right, so tell me you done the interior because you actually done quite a bit.
Yeah, so one big change that this car had over the last year was that I did upgrade the cage. Went over to a 25.2 cage, trying to make it to where I can insert it to run whatever I really want to run. I don't think I'll ever get to that point, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And then like I said, it's still a street car. I like the interior; they look real nice. There you'll see the floor structure in the car, and then I actually put a full carbon dash in the car. Motion Raceworks steering wheel setup has the extension on there, so I can pretty much pull it off at the dash itself, and it's like there's nothing there. I have a Tinker electronic dash in there, and then right there you'll see the keypad that I'll be running on the car. I haven't really installed it where it's going to go, but that's going to be what communicates with the PDM on the car and controls pretty much all the electronics on the car.
As far as the interior, are you gonna put the door panels as well? Carbon,
yeah, I have some carbon door panels that I'll be putting in, and then I'm actually converting the car over from from manual windows to electric windows. So the car's gonna have power windows on it and stuff. That again, like I said, the PDM will control all of that, and it'll just be nice. I've always had manual windows in this car, and it kind of sucks whenever someone's
reaching over.
Yeah, someone's next to me and they're trying to talk to me, and I have to reach all the way over. Yeah, so yeah. The car is going to get some carpet. This is just a rough idea of how the everything's going to basically be. I have everything pretty much staged and ready. I know everything fits now. I made the seat brackets, so now that I know everything fits, everything's going in, I can actually pull everything out now. I'm going to paint the cage, and then I have a brand new black carpet in there. And yeah, I'm going to probably build with our CNC table here. I'll build some brackets to have a cup holders in there because, like I said, I still drive it around everywhere and stuff. So it'd be nice to have some cup holders and yeah.
As far as, so say somebody wanted to build a car like this and they dropped it off to you, what do you think? What are your realistic expectations for these people to be like, hey, this is how much it's going to cost. This is how long it's going to take.
Yeah. So, I mean, realistically for something like this, like I said, this came together real fast. If you compare from the last video to where we're at now, but again, a lot of this stuff was already completed or it was already put together on the car at one point. But for something like this, I would say a good year would be what your turnaround would be on getting a car like this done, as far as, cutting the floors out, building the cage, rebuilding the floors from the ground up, seat brackets, getting interior back into it, motor setup. It has a tubular front end, so there's all that and all that. Pricing wise, it's real hard. It all depends on pretty much how far you want to push the car and also what branding of parts you want to use on the vehicles. As far as turbo kits, you have VS Racing, you have forced inductions. It's just the pricing is real hard.
Yeah.
But you know, I would say something along this lines would probably in total at full turnaround would be probably like 50, 60,000 for a full build to where you can pick it up and go to the track and race and it all works and stuff.
Man, see, it ain't cheap, guys. So don't be trying to get parts cheap. Fox bodies ain't cheap no more. Also, guys, we're having an event next week. If you see this video before, he's having a crazy event next week. So, guys, you got to come out because it's really cool. I'll actually do some footage on that to check it out. But this is like the midway process, guys. So once he gets done with his car, I'll do another video. But it just goes to show you kind of the middle where he's at, things he needs to get done, and just a quick progress video. But, guys, thanks a lot for watching the video. Rob, thanks for showing me your car.
Appreciate y'all, guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for watching.